Right there then.
Froth, Dan.
Bit of froth.
Yeah.
Oh, like I need a spoon.
It's all right though, isn't it?
It's like I need a
It's
spoon.
nice though,
for
isn't
this
it?
one,
Drink it through the froth. It's lovely. Yeah? Like a meal. All right.
Cool, you choke on that, can't you?
Nice noise.
Well, before we start,
Yeah.
I just want to say, obviously, a big well done to both you. I'm just looking at the way you set up your microphone there.
It's all right.
Yeah, you've done really well.
What's wrong with that? That's all right.
It's more the knot that you've created in the corner
I can't
there.
see that, so...
Well, before we get going,
Yep.
I just want to apologise for not being on the show last week.
Oh,
However,
I thought you were apologising for
turning up this
turning
week.
up this week and replacing Jordan, because I thought he did a grand job in your absence.
Well, I was actually very proud of both of you.
Oh, no, thank you.
You know, I was very proud of both of you. You did an amazing job, stepped in right at the last minute,
Yeah.
and took control of the situation.
Had to
Didn't
rewrite
panic.
the script.
Did what?
We had to rewrite the script.
Rewrote the script, didn't panic about the situation, and just nailed it. And one of the things that I'm slightly concerned about is because the take-up of the Sunday show last week was very good, so thanks for everybody who watched. But do you think it's because they watched it because Dan's quit YouTube?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a slight concern.
I think they were
Should I be
hoping
quitting YouTube?
I think they were
Should I be
hoping me and
walking
Jordan
away?
were taking over the channel and taking it to new heights. I feel like you're like a football manager, so you'll be like, you know, Neil Warnock gets you to the Premier League, but you then ultimately need like a big name manager to bring in the big stars.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
What?
I'm thinking of taking a month off and let you two just crack
Really?
on. What do you think?
Well, it's getting a bit awkward because me and Jordan are actually starting our own channel, aren't we, at some stage? So I
Yeah,
wouldn't
well-
take the month off yet if I was
Well, I'll
you.
take the month off, and that'll give you a good prep to go on your own, wouldn't it?
Brilliant.
I think in a month off. I
They'd-
enjoy it.
no,
Like,
they would miss you. People would miss you, Dan. Me and Jordan are too funny. Everyone needs a straight man hanging around, don't they? And you're straighter than me and Jordan, so
arrow, like an arrow.
your life and the way you play golf is very same, isn't it? Straight down the middle. There's no veering off down little side roads, you know. I'm like all
because
over the
we've tried
place, aren't I?
that. We've tried that, and it just gets me into trouble. when you get married and you have children, get a mortgage.
Yeah,
There's a lot of and you start a business.
yeah.
You've got a lot of responsibilities, and
You have, yeah.
veering off into different directions is, you know, you've got to make sure everyone just follows you along.
It's quite funny because you got like two polar opposites here, haven't you? Two different life choices. Like you can go this way, you can go this way, can't you? And we're sat either side of each other with a road down the middle.
And we've not, even though we are very much on two very different roads.
Different curves.
Different roads.
The
They
roads meet,
are,
don't they?
well, they're always there. There's only just that small barrier between us, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
There's just a little table between us.
The table of life.
It's the table, or if we're in the van, it's the little armrest that
yeah.
kind of sits between us, isn't it? I always feel like we meet up for a coffee every now and then, you know,
Yeah.
just meet up for our little Starbucks.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Hey, cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Well done you.
Thank
Well
you.
done you with your life choice. Well, everybody, welcome to another Sunday morning show. Good morning, Lester.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, everybody.
How are we?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah.
How are you? More
I'm
importantly?
feeling much better. I had a good rest.
Yeah.
Happens once a year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of just keep going and going and going, and then I fall off the edge of a cliff.
We call it Christmas.
Is that what it is? Christmas? Is that when everyone else is down? For you guys, it's Christmas.
Me and Jordan were opening presents and
Were you?
yeah.
Having a good old
Bit of
jolly in the
festivities.
office.
The
Love
whiskey
it.
was out when you were away.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yeah.
I missed out there. Well, what a busy week we've had.
We have, yeah.
But next week is going to be a quieter week.
Yeah.
We'll come on to that.
We probably need a couple of quieter weeks. We've been busy filming. You boys have been busy editing, getting lots of videos out.
Full on.
There's a lot in the pipeline. This week
Lot of
we were
exciting
filming, weren't
stuff.
we, as well?
Yeah.
So we've...
A lot of exciting stuff. But
Yeah.
one of the things that we're going to do later on in the show today is, if you remember last week, we were supposed to give away the Gulfstream Express trolley.
Yeah. We didn't feel like it was our place to give that away. We felt that you needed to be here to do
Well,
that.
I appreciate that, because I did want to be involved in that.
Yeah.
Anytime there's like an opportunity to give something away,
Yeah.
I want to be involved. I like that.
You do, yeah.
I like the gifter.
You're the gift that keeps on giving.
brought in some gifts this morning, didn't I?
Did, yeah.
Nice little box of stuff.
Yeah, thanks to FootJoy.
FootJoy,
yeah.
again. Thank you very much for our new pairs of shoes for the summer.
They saw your shelf that had one little gap in it and thought, we need that gap filling.
I need to find those pair of shoes that I've
You've lost a pair of shoes.
It is amazing that I've never left a pair of shoes at a golf club. I mean, you were historically, you could do that back in the day. I literally
was one of those that would go and play a county game. You'd get changed after, so you'd have to put in those days you'd put a shirt and tie on, so you'd go in the changing room.
I feel like those days are lost. I enjoyed those days.
Yeah, change from your golf stuff, go into the clubhouse, have your meal, finish off with the festivities, and then drive home. And I'd normally get hour, 2 hours down the road and think, don't remember going back into the changing room to get my shoes. And then you'd get home, and your shoes would be gone. You'd be in the changing room. You'd phone the club
up.
Get
home, and your mum would go, "Where's your shoes, Lester?"
It was always my dad. It'd be the next time I played golf, because I'd phone the golf club the next day, and obviously the shoes are gone. And he'd be like, well, why are you not wearing your new shoes? And I'd be like, they're just rubbing a little bit. And I'd have my old shoes back on for a few weeks.
Because
I'd lost my shoes.
But we've done well. We haven't really left anything touch wood.
Hang on a minute.
Touch wood.
We haven't. Other people have, haven't they?
Oh, well, there's...
Haven't they?
Rangefinders.
Yeah, someone traditionally likes leaving them behind. Well, two people like leaving them behind.
Yeah,
drones as well, we've left on buggies, haven't we?
Drones have been left.
Other people have as well.
Yeah, drones have been left, you're right. But nothing made, other than that, we've not left anything, have we?
No.
So we've done very well.
Right. Dignity on the golf course?
We left some, I did, yeah. That was upsetting, wasn't it? Upset someone there with that. Should have taken my hat off, and I do apologise for that. I've never really been one for taking the hat off.
To be honest, you had two cameras in your hand, so you'd have done well to find a third hand to take you out.
Tricky. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think I'm all for tradition. I'm all for shirt and ties and stuff like that after a proper match and things like that. If we play county games and stuff, but hat off, taking the cap off, a sign of respect.
I can understand the point of view, and some traditions, like you said, should stay, but. I'm not being funny. When we're doing a vlog, you're even more head scrambled than I am, but I'm scrambled myself. I'm trying to think of camera angles.
I think I do it.
And trying to get the best shots and trying to make sure we're getting quick, not holding people. There's so much going on. The golf is so far down the list, and then things like taking your hat off just unfortunately sometimes gets forgotten.
Because I'm always thinking about the end, as in what I'm going to say to finish off the video, so a lot of the time you don't think. But I would say that when I'm playing tournament golf, I would take it off probably then.
Yeah.
I probably would, it depends who I'm playing with.
I don't think Peter was offended, to be honest. He came in for a drink with us, and if we did upset him, I know he loves this show. He said it's his favourite show.
One of his favourites.
This and Coronation Street, he said to me.
Is it?
Yeah, he likes Corrie. So just, sorry to Peter. On behalf of Dan.
Sorry, I do apologise. So this week on the channel, we've been at Weston-super-Mare.
We have, yeah.
Let's just break that video down just a fraction. Okay. So Weston is a fantastic golf course, beautiful links golf course, isn't it? Not too far away from Burnham. So it's kind of on that same sort of stretch. I imagine. Yeah. You kind of goes up the estuary of the Severn.
It's sort of north Somerset, isn't it?
North Somerset, yeah.
Yeah, north Somerset coast.
And littered all the way down that coastline.
And Minehead.
Yeah, Minehead, Burnham, Weston, and then if you carry on into Devon, you've got Saunton and Royal North Devon, and then if you keep going on, where we ended up this week as well, which was down at St Enodoc and Trevose and Newquay, and some beautiful links terrain running down that north coast, which ultimately is all part of our Atlantic Link style videos that we've been putting out recently. But big thank you obviously to Weston-super-Mare for getting us out there and allowing us to play and getting it done. It was a beautiful day, and when we booked it, Dan Toogood, who was on the show with us, he booked it. There was nobody out there. So if you want to go and play Weston-super-Mare, get out after the members go out at about 11, 12 o'clock. Yeah. It is like millionaires golf. You would absolutely love it. But as it happened, on that day, it was 18 degrees, it was hot, and there was a lot of people coming out. So we got a bit busy in the midsection of the round, first sort of like 10 holes. Yeah. And then it quietened off for us, didn't it? It was quite nice.
Yeah, no. So thanks to Weston for allowing us at short notice to come and play it. Thanks to Dan as well. For organising it. Yeah. He is a superb golfer. And a brilliant lad as well, isn't he?
I think he was 5 under, with a couple of bogeys.
He strikes, he's a striker.
He battered that 1 iron past us on the 18th there, I thought. It's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, his one iron goes further than my driver. It's a bit disappointing, isn't it?
So what I want to do, just quickly, is I want to just have a quick chat about Lee. Because obviously we got out at Weston. Lee was really looking forward to playing. And it happens. It happens from time to time. You lose your swing, and then if you lose, you only have to hit 1 or 2 bad shots. And I get a bit like this sometimes. If I lose a few shots or whatever, I'll lose a bit of confidence. But the art of the game is that you're never going to. It's very rare that you turn up and you've got your A game all the time. But it's about how you manage your game and deal with it after that. Is the important thing. But I just wanted to have a quick look on the show, just a quick brief at Lee's swing quickly. Are you all right if we do that?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah,
full show. All right, let's. So we're just going to have a quick look at Lee's swing. So I've got a couple of images here. They're not the best. If I was coaching someone, I'd get the cameras in a slightly better position because you'd be able to see to them. But one thing that Lee has done, in my opinion, over the years, with just working with him now, is that he can get the face. Now, remember, the face is never open until it gets to impact, all right? So I don't really care where the face kind of ends up, but there's characteristics that we do in a golf swing that can affect what happens down at the golf ball. So people say, oh, So I was trying to get Lee to just get the sensation that he was almost just getting a bit more control of the face at impact. And to do that, generally, if I get Lee to feel like he's hooding the club on the way back, it actually enables him to release and get that club just squaring up just that little bit more on the way through. I've talked about that with him a number of times. But I'm just going to let this one play through. So then, like I said, they're not the best camera angles, but this is a shot trace, a third tee, and you can see there that it's already in his head on this time, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking from a technical point of view, which you obviously, you know more about the technicalities of a golf swing, the mechanics of it. I mean, you carry on with that, but I want to talk about sort of the emotions and how you feel, because I've suffered with, obviously, my chipping and putting. Yeah. Do you want to carry on?
No, you carry on with that first.
Yeah, I mean, so you sometimes you can know what you're supposed to do, but once you've done once I've duffed a chip or missed a short putt, it's in your head, and you almost, when you come over that particular shot, you generally get that shot again. Like he was hitting a lot of irons after each other. You're so scrambled, you can't think straight. No. It's like almost like it's hard to describe unless you've been in that position, but it's like a haze. Yeah. Like I know what I'm supposed to do when I'm chipping. Yeah. Even with my modified technique, I can't get myself.
You can't break your mind down enough to be able to get some space in your head to be able to deal with it.
100%, and I'm almost like completely gone. And I know once I've hit one, it's then going to link, and I'm going to keep doing it, and I don't want to chip,
and that is why people have pre-shot routines. So when you watch on TV and you watch them go through the same motions all the time, because they need to go through a process that flicks their brain into that position. If your brain, as you say, gets scrambled and you can't see the wood between the trees, should we say, that's where you get into a state of mind where you get into a panic.
Yeah, 100%.
And then the panic sets in, and then what happens is when panic sets in, your brain is trying to protect you. It's trying to protect you is what it's trying to do. So it goes into a position where it's, everything's firing at all cylinders, and it's just, you can't control it.
Yeah, I mean, the issue he's got as well, I mean, once he's hit a couple of those shots, before he's even played the round, to me, he was quite anxious, a bit nervous, showing emotion before he's played, because he hasn't been on a vlog since the Christmas special, which was only a 3-4 hole foursomes competition. Yeah. He's turned professional, so he's put himself out there. Yeah. He's put himself into that position where you're open to criticism. Yeah, people are, he's not doing his PGA at a golf club where no one's really seeing him. He's putting the odd score in. He's going under the radar. He's literally got his own channel, which is doing well. Got 10,000 subscribers. He's got a decent following on his social media platforms. He's appearing on a channel which is, we're getting sort of 15, 16,000 views per course vlog. Yeah. And he's knowing he's going on there and he's going to be open to criticism if he's not playing well. Yeah,
absolutely. And what I'm going to look at here, and there is, look, the shanks come from everywhere. There is many different positions that you can come from that will create a shank shot, whether you're falling into the ball, whether you're pushing the handle too far forward, whatever it is, there's lots of different areas where you can come into the ball. You can come in with a wide open club face and get that wrong as well. What I would say is you're only ever a few millimetres away from a perfect shot.
Well, the club face is so small in relatively terms, isn't it?
Because Poulter does it occasionally, doesn't he?
Yeah,
you get the odd one where you see him pipe one out there, and Poulter does it. And
I do it occasionally as well.
Yeah. I do it when I'm warming up. So if I'm in the net warming up, you might see me just go ping, and then I've got to have a little rethink. But one of the things that I see, and I'm just going to run through his kind of swing here, is I asked him to just try and get the sense that he was kind of hooding the club a little bit more on the way back, just to get a bit more control maybe over the club face.
Yeah.
But where he gets himself into a little bit, in my opinion, into a little bit of a pickle is more when you were if you were going to look at this kind of square on. So looks all okay there. I feel like his club head is just a little bit outside his hands as he starts to work out down towards the ball, which means
he's definitely disconnected.
He's get a little bit, a little bit disconnected with the club head getting away from him, and you can see there that on the way down, he's going to have to really rotate that club face hard to square it up into impact. And I think he just comes in just that little bit open, because you can see there that when he hits his drives, they start way off to the left and then massive. So face is open to path a lot of the time with his shots. And when he hits a good iron shot, he's hitting a little fade. So face is generally open to path as he comes in. So that's a fault that obviously he needs to try and manage. And what you see there is a player will react to the face more than anything else. Whether they know it or not, they're going to react to the club face. So if the club face is open, their path is going to react by pulling left. And you can see as he comes through impact and through the ball, you'll see him pull left. You can see his arms go massively left. His hands pull across his left thigh. And that's just trying to save it. So he's trying to save the shot. However, if I then move you over to the front angle, and unfortunately we don't have a great angle here, but this isn't, again, where I would set him up, but this is where, as he comes into impact, and this is where you talked about him getting nervous. Yeah. He's going to get slightly nervous in this situation because he's obviously hit a few of them. He doesn't want to do another one. No. So his body's going to try and protect him. What Lee does is he then starts leaning into the shot with his top half. He starts getting ahead of the ball. And that's where you see when he comes into impact, he gets all crammed up.
You could see him doing it with his driver.
He jammed up and he's stuck. So what happens there is everything gets ahead of the ball, and now he can't square the club up. And that's where he starts to it's millimetres away from getting it right.
He can't even, because if he's ahead of it, he can't even flick the face.
Correct. And he tries to flick it just at the end, just after he's hit the ball to try and save it. It's too late and it's gone. And you know that he's not far away from getting it right, because when he hits those small little pitches that he hit, he hit some really nice pitches, didn't he? Yeah. So he'd get off the tee, shank his second shot, then pitch it and get it onto the green.
Probably the hardest shot is the shot after you've hit a shank.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. And you can get into a real bad rut. So we will talk about this. Obviously, it's something that we could do more on with Lee's swing. I think it's something that makes you yawn, doesn't it? Talking about the golf swing.
It's early. No.
But it's something. Shanks are an awful thing, but Lee's got a few things to figure it out. The next day, he was going to pull out of the tournament because he wasn't feeling great and he was a bit upset about it. But I told him to play, and he actually put a score together. So and he didn't hit a shank. So it's there. It was just under a little bit of pressure. Yeah. It all built up. You hit one, and then it's just like snowballs, doesn't it, from there? So we hope Lee recovers. It's just a little bit of something there.
I've not heard from him for a couple of days. I mean.
Well, he probably buried his head, hasn't he?
But, and the ostrich.
Ostrich. But anyway, that unfortunately, he's just got to work his way through it. He's got to work his way through it. If you identify the problems, then you can figure it out yourself and go from there. Yeah. But I think it's more he was just a bit under pressure there from that. So anyway, moving on. Yep. We this week have been, as we said, we went down to St Enodoc, didn't we?
And what a delight that was.
It was a delight.
Yeah, I've not played St Enodoc for probably best part of double figures years ago, probably 10, 11 years. Okay. Played at the Cornish Festival when I was a pro. Always loved the place, and always had fond memories of that previous visit, but haven't been back. It didn't disappoint.
No. They've done a lot of work down there.
Yeah.
A lot of work. to me, St Enodoc is always the really tough golf course to play. Like I've always found it really hard to score around there. The only time I've ever done all right around there, I shot like maybe 1 over par or level par in a really, really howling gale. Yeah. And that's because I was just able to just keep the ball down and float it around, you know, it was just one of those days. But most of the time, I'm shooting like 5 or 6 over par around there because
it's easily done.
I just struggle to get it going on there.
There's some really tough holes.
Well, the par 5s aren't really you can't really get on.
Can't get on the par 5s, I don't think.
With a bit of breeze.
You could get close to one of them, but only because the breeze was favourable on that particular hole. Yeah. But
it's a dangerous golf.
You can easily rack up numbers. You can lose
early
balls.
On as well. First 6 holes.
It's a hard golf course.
You could be 7 or 8 over par and not even really done much wrong.
No, so we took Paul. Paul's back on the channel after a week or so break.
Yeah, well, he's had COVID.
He's had COVID.
Paul's had COVID.
And James Pickard,
who's also had COVID.
Yeah.
I don't think they got it off each other, but they've certainly been. It's certainly been going round, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everyone's been struggling a little bit, but yeah. So good to see the boys back on. Nice to see James back on as well.
Yeah, he hasn't been on since the Christmas special when he partnered Paul. So yeah, it was good to have him back, and always a pleasure, never a chore.
Always a pleasure and never a chore. Absolutely right. So I feel now. Oh, just one thing. Scotty Scheffler,
world number one.
Like, where's he come from?
He's won. I think he's won
3 times
out of the last 5 weeks. So I mean that's pretty impressive.
If I put him in, like, take the world number 1 out of it.
Yeah.
If I said Scotty Scheffler to you now, I know obviously if you hadn't have seen what was going on, would you have put him in that sort of bracket?
No, I'd have put him a top 10 player. I mean, he played Ryder Cup, last Ryder Cup, and he hadn't won. He hadn't won, I don't think, an event before that during the Ryder Cup. When he played Ryder Cup, and he was a bit of a shock and like a shock pick, wasn't he? Select people like, oh, how's he got in it? Yeah. But they obviously the captain and the team must have known that his potential and that he was going to win, and he's backed it up. Really,
I just think he's kind of gone under the radar because there's so many other.
There's so many big stories going on at the moment, isn't there? You've got the whole Super League, Saudi Arabia, whatever money, tour that's going on. You've got Tiger Woods potentially playing in the Masters, maybe making a comeback. It's got so much going on that he's sort of slipped underneath the radar. But all credit to Scott for what he's done.
Very impressive.
I guess it shows at the moment that there's not a clear world number 1 as such, because there's a lot of movement. I mean, there's not been many since the world ranking started in, I think, 1986, but people might be able to tell me if that's right or not.
I think that's about right.
There hasn't been that many. There's only been like early 20s of number 1s through that period. I know Woods dominated for so long and whatnot, but it's quite, the last few years have been quite changeable. Rahm was world number 1. Scott now, I mean, you could have someone wins the Masters, who's a top 10 player, again. Could be number 1, couldn't they? Which is good. Golf is so competitive in all levels, isn't it? Not just at the top of the game, but in the, we're lucky enough on this channel to have played with some golfers who play minor tours who are classy golfers.
Yeah.
Well, great golfers, haven't we?
So I just wanted to bring that up. Not that we talk about the tours and world number 1s much, but I think it's time that we gave this trolley away.
I do as well.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Should we bring Jordan in for this?
Should I vacate my chair and let him sit here?
Come on,
I feel like he deserves this chair for this.
Let's bring Jordan in, and let's get his randomizer. Well, welcome to the show, Jordan.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
2 weeks in a row.
I'm in a different chair today, though.
Yeah. Are you more comfortable with that side or this side? What would you prefer?
That side. I think.
You like this side?
Yeah. It's better lighting.
Oh, you think so? Yeah. Yeah. It's quite a nice spot over here. But you've got to have take complete control.
I know.
Over here.
I had my work cut out last week.
Yeah.
Also.
It's hard, isn't it?
It is tough.
Feel like sitting here, got to get control of it.
Back at nursery, it felt like it.
Nursery, remember that, do you?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Great day. It wasn't that long ago, no. I could probably still get away with it now, to be honest.
Okay, Jordan. So we are going to be giving away the Gulfstream Express trolley, which, I mean, it's super light, as you can see.
It is. Not that one.
But we're not going to give this one away, because this is the one, obviously, we used in the video. This is the one that I've been using personally, and I just enjoy using it. I've always enjoyed using the push trolley as opposed to an electric trolley, which I know Bernie likes to use.
Yep.
Are you an electric trolley man?
I'm actually a carry man now.
Are you? You're still young.
It's not good for my back, I must say.
Well, that's all right. It gives you a bit of extra exercise, Jordan.
It does.
So we're going to randomize the winner.
Yep.
So Obviously, they had to make sure that they said the word express.
Express. That was
and
it.
that's
And
what
I'll show
you're
you
going to
that.
put into
Correct.
your the Jordanizer.
The Jordanizer.
Jordanizer.
Wow.
About
Right, so yeah, you'll be able to see it on screen now.
Yes.
So I'm pasting the YouTube URL in there from the Express Trolley review.
Well done.
We're going to filter duplicate users because nobody likes that.
Okay.
And then we're going to add a comment and we're going to write Express.
Express. Which?
Express. Bang.
There it is.
And then we're going to get the comments.
Okay.
And there were, how many comments do you reckon there were, Dan, in that video? With Express in?
600.
516.
Not bad.
Not bad, so good effort.
Very good
at
effort.
home. Right, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Start. Here we go.
Here we go.
The winner of the Express Trolley
Yes. Tell me.
is Faster for Real,
Faster for real.
who commented, Express, push it real good.
Really? Well, that's quite impressive.
Yeah, there we are.
There you go then.
there we
So
are.
you are the winner.
Congrats.
Who is it? What are they called?
Faster for Real.
Faster for real. You are, well, you're going to be super fast
He's
now,
going
aren't
to
you?
be speeding around with
Really
that badger.
speeding
isn't he?
Faster for real. You are the winner of the Express Trolley. So I need you to obviously comment on this video and then get in touch. In fact, I'll pop a little ticker bar on now
Yep.
with an email address. You can email us in and I'll get in contact with you, get your details, and then we'll get Gulfstream to probably send you out the trolley.
Send you the trolley, yeah.
Send you the trolley.
Brilliant.
So there you go. And I think Bernie's left, so I think we
Is he
may
gone,
as well
is he?
finish off this thing. So
Okay.
how are you doing anyway? You okay?
I'm good, yeah.
You're
I'm
busy
good.
editing,
Always, Dan.
full on
On the grind.
always on the grind.
Yep.
You're helping out a little bit as well because obviously we've broken down to 3 parts on the course vlogs.
Correct.
That's given Jordan a little bit more time to help on the Plus channel.
The other channel, yeah.
Which is to do with the handicap golfers and any reviews and any coaching things and all of those sorts of things that we're going to be doing on their fittings.
Yep.
You're obviously going to help do some videos on that as well, aren't you?
Correct.
Which I got to say, those first three or four videos that have gone out onto the channel, the Plus channel,
They've gone down really well, haven't they?
have gone very well. Yeah. So if you haven't already, head over and subscribe to that channel. Make sure you do.
Yep.
It's DHG Plus. Make sure you head over there, subscribe. If you want that type of content, if you're not interested in that type of content, that's why we have our main channel, which is obviously vlogs and this
Correct.
show.
Correct.
So we're trying to cover all bases and get the algorithms right for YouTube.
I'm doing Charlie at the moment.
Are you?
He's a 13-year-old lad. He
Okay.
plays off 40.
Plays a 40, yeah.
Yeah, he reminded me a lot of my own game when I was that
When
age.
you was, but he's he's pretty new to the game though, isn't
He
he?
is, yeah. He's only been playing, less than a year, I think.
I think he's been playing down at Cayman, down with Dan Lyons, which we did a Cayman golf vlog. So learning his golf down there, which is a great breeding ground for golf, you know,
Absolutely.
to get people playing golf and things. So obviously that show that series is going to be all about covering all handicap ranges. So people have commented saying, oh, well, why can't we have we've got a 12 handicapper, why can't we have a 3 handicapper? Well, we will get there. It just takes time to film these people of who is about and what we can actually get done. So we will get there.
Yeah.
Have you got anything else that you would like to report about the Sunday morning show this week? Or the channel or anything?
I think Bernie's had a good week this week.
Yeah, he has a good week.
He
did his first video.
Yeah. I gave him a little masterclass in
editing.
A bit of editing, just to piece a few bits together. So hopefully you'll see more of those coming out after course vlogs.
Yeah.
If they could, relate to the course vlog we've done this week, like Dan Tugard did this week, it could be a little nice addition for Instagram and Twitter.
A nice little experiment for him, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He's badgering away.
Yeah, beavering away over there. Augusta week, Masters week.
Oh yes.
We've got an exciting video coming out tomorrow.
I'm very, very excited.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
Nope.
Not saying nothing.
Nope.
It's an exciting video. Make sure you're watching tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
Be there.
It's a one-off video.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's a cool video. But this week we're having a little break from course vlogs.
Yep.
To a point. Tomorrow's is course vloggy.
It's a bit of a course vlog.
But we're having a little break because it's Masters week, and we know you're all going to be very busy with the Masters, and we don't want to take anything away from the Masters, do we?
Absolutely.
We don't want to overshadow the Masters by putting out a course vlog.
Is it the best major of the year?
I think it's the one that people get the most excited about worldwide because it's the beginning of everybody's season.
Everybody's golf season, correct,
in some ways.
Yeah.
So I think it's an excitable one. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's it for this week.
I think so too.
And we're going to see everybody next week on the Sunday morning show. We hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you all soon.
See you all next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.